Hello and welcome to Dawg Blog Live, Cleveland.com's interactive Brown show. It's all about you, the best fans in the NFL. This is the only show centered around your life as a Browns fan. Your photos, comments, and YouTube videos will be featured every week right here. You'll have the opportunity throughout training camp and the regular season to voice your opinion on the week's hot topic. Browns fans, this is your show about your team. Now with training camp only a day away, talk of another quarterback quandary is already underway. Charlie Frye and Derek Anderson will battle it out alongside rookie Brady Quinn when he decides to show up in camp, that is. Now, just like the last several years, the Browns do not have a clear-cut starter heading into camp. So who will it be? Our very own Dan Labbe and Mike Conley are here to sort it out. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Joey. Mike Conley, Dan Labbe, both Cleveland.comers here to debate the QB competition that's set to take place tomorrow as training camp gets underway in Berea. I'm going to side with Brady Quinn, but Dan, I'm going to let you go first as you defend the veterans, both Derek Anderson and Charlie Frye.
Well, the fact that we're even having this discussion, I think, tells me that Charlie Frye shouldn't even be in the discussion. He was handed the starting job last year, and here we are a season later asking who's going to be our starting quarterback. So I say you go with Derek Anderson against the Steelers in Week 1. This guy was very intriguing in the 4 starts he made for this football team. 171 yards against the Chiefs when he only played the 4th quarter in overtime. 276 against Pittsburgh, 223 at Baltimore. In those 3 games, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I'm intrigued by this kid.
All right, you say 5 touchdowns against 4 interceptions. Well, he's played in 5 games in his NFL career, and he's thrown 5 touchdowns, and he's also tossed 8 interceptions. He has a passer rating in the 60s for his career, which is not at all good. Brady Quinn, he is the guy that you want behind center. I know he's a rookie, and it defies all the normal rules of the NFL that you don't start a rookie right out of the bat. Just listen to these numbers. This guy played at Notre Dame. He finished his senior year with a 146.7 passer rating, 3,426 yards through the air, coupled with 37 touchdowns. Before it was all said and done, he threw for 95 career touchdowns at Notre Dame. He had lousy weapons on the outside. Some will say Samardzija was good, Stovall, whatever. Not a great backfield either, and a horrible offensive line. This guy is what you want. He's big. He's got an outstanding arm. Some will debate his accuracy, but I think that'll all kind of catch up once he gets familiar with the offense that the Browns are putting in.
Well, let me say this about the 5 games Anderson played. Against Denver, I think he took a snap. That was it. Against Kansas City, a 95.5 passer rating. At Pittsburgh, a 78.2 passer rating in the game they got blown out in. At Baltimore, an 85.8 passer rating. His worst game was against Tampa Bay when he put a 12.3 rating out there. The vets had mailed it in that game. I just think you've got to go with Derek Anderson. See what you've got. Protect Brady Quinn. He's your biggest asset. Keep him on the bench for at least half a season.
I don't know if Romeo Crennel can afford to keep him on the bench because he is going to be their best player at quarterback, and unfortunately he's on the hot seat and needs to win right now. As soon as Brady Quinn gets the playbook under his belt and actually signs and gets in camp, I think we're going to see him take over the football team. Maybe by week 3, he'll be under center.
And I just don't think Brady Quinn's going to be ready by then. I think if Romeo Crennel wants to keep his job, he needs to go with one of the veterans, and the only option there is Derek Anderson.
All right, well, Joey, you heard our take. Now let's send it back in the studio to you.
Thanks, guys. I'm sticking with Charlie Frye as the guy. For now. Maybe. But enough of our opinions. It's time to have your voice heard. Post a comment about the quarterback competition below, and we'll feature the best responses next week. It's now time for our mailbag segment featuring the top comments surrounding LaCharles Bentley's possible return to the field. Cleveland.com interactive producer Alana Monroe is outside Brown Stadium with this week's top posts. Alana?
Thanks, Joey. What an arm. All right, Browns fans, we asked for your reaction on the possibility of LaCharles' return this season. Here's some of the things you had to say. JCM0407 says, Lewis is going to have a career year if Bentley can stay healthy and add value immediately. Benny Ben adds, this is great news for sure, but let's be conservative. I would rather have Bentley in mid-season and be in better shape than to rush him back and to lose him in week 2. Clevetown Joe adds, from everything you hear about the history of patellar tears, it would seem the odds are against LaCharles coming back at 80%. Wanderer13 says, let's remember, this guy's knee was not only seriously injured, but it was also ravaged by a staph infection after the repair. Now back to the studio, Joey.
Thanks, Alana. Heading to training camp this week? Well, make sure you have your camera ready, snap some pictures, and send them our way. The best will be featured in next week's show. Or, got a YouTube video showing off your Brown spirit? Send the link and we'll post it in the Dawg Blog as our fantastic video of the week. At the end of the season, fans will vote for their favorite, and the winner will receive an awesome gift package from Cleveland.com. Well, that'll do it for this week. Join us next week when we'll hear your thoughts on the quarterback situation and tackle the issue of Romeo Crennel's future in Cleveland. See you next time, Browns fans.